Yo guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to a very exciting Black Ops 4 Zombies video. So we just got a brand new trailer for the new Chaos Crew storyline with 9 and Voyage of Despair. However, 5 minutes before this trailer actually got released, a brand new leak appeared over on the Call of Duty Zombies Reddit, which included stuff that was included within that trailer. So this information is definitely legitimate, and it also includes Blood of the Dead intro cutscene leaked information. It describes what happens within the Blood of the Dead intro cutscene. So if you are excited for this, make sure to drop a like on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on a future video on the channel, and don't forget to turn notifications on. Also, on a side note, I have started a brand new Fortnite channel. If you want to go ahead and check that out, there will be a link down in this video's description. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe and like the very first video on the channel. I'm still going to be doing zombie stuff, so don't worry about that, but that's just extra content if you are indeed interested. So without further ado, let's get straight into this information. So it begins like this. The Chaos Crew has a set of special weapons that can be equipped before the match begins. Treyarch teased these on May the 17th. So each character is going to have their own unique specialist. Each character will have a different specialist. So instead of Black Ops 3 Zombies, where each character got the same specialist, each character will actually start with a specialist straight from the game, and throughout the game's duration, via an Easter egg, you will actually upgrade each of the specialists. So it goes on to say, while each character has a weapon pertaining to them, any character can equip any weapon. So Shaw has a sword, and this is what we actually saw within this trailer today. There is also going to be a staff, which is going to be Scarlet's weapon that we see within the trailer once again, and this can be placed on the ground and emit some big orb, but I think it can be used as just a normal staff too. There is also going to be Diego's weapon, which is a harpoon, as well as a disc that we see within the trailer once again, and Bruno is going to have a hammer once again that we see within the trailer. Now, interestingly enough, we also have the other crew, which is the Premise crew, which is for the Ether storyline, that are going to be featured on Blood of the Dead, and they are also going to have their own set of 4 specialist weapons. So once again, you'll be able to choose which specialist you actually spawn in with prior to the match. You'll be able to upgrade these during some sort of Easter egg on the map. So very, very exciting stuff. I don't know if Classified, which obviously now features the Ultimates crew, I don't know whether they're going to have their own set of specialists. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, let's get into it. So the Premise crew has their own set of specialist weapons with functions the same as the Chaos crews. The Premise crew special weapons are a bit more subject to change, as Richtofen's DG-5s are named as such, but do not function exactly as the DG-4s from Black Ops 3. Dempsey's minigun currently uses the minigun model from a previous game. So bear in mind, this is leaked information and it is subject to change. So we'll just have to wait and see until we actually get some sort of gameplay trailer for Blood of the Dead to see how accurate these weapons are. But according to this, Richtofen is going to have a Ragnarok DG-5 as his specialist weapon. So it's going to be something to do with the Ragnarok DG-4 that we saw on Horizon Drac, but somewhat different. Dempsey is apparently going to have a minigun. However, I think the minigun is going to be different. And Nikolai is apparently going to have a flamethrower. Apparently, TAKEO'S specialist is going to be the Katana. Now, bear in mind, as he was saying, this is all subject to change, so since obviously information does become outdated. But anyways, moving further forward, so there's information regarding Blood of the Dead's intro cutscene. So it says, in the intro cutscene cinematic, the Premise crew enters the prison through a hole in the wall. Richtofen from the zombie comics gives the Premise crew a set of blood vials and then leaves. So I'm assuming that it is going to be taking place in between Zetsubo Nishima and Gorod Krovi, where our characters go through the portal and they come here to retrieve the blood vials of the Victis crew before going back to Zetsubo Nishima and then going on to Gorod Krovi that we see within the Call of Duty Zombies comic books. Then obviously the Victis crew are placed within cryogenic chambers and iced to speak until, quote, they are needed next. However, I think there's going to be a twist with Blood of the Dead. I think there is going to be a twist, so it will probably be after Revelations when the cycle is repeated and somehow something happens on this map to change the future, possibly even break the cycle, although that is not confirmed. But anyways, it goes on to say Richtofen from the Zombies comic books gives the Premise crew a set of blood vials and then leaves. Meanwhile, Premise Richtofen is holding a portal to leave the prison, which ends up being closed by Brutus before the crew can escape. So Brutus is going to be returning on Blood of the Dead. It then says the Chronorium also makes a slight appearance in the cinematic. So I'm assuming with the portal being closed off, I'm assuming that the transit crew are still going to be within their cryogenic chambers, and the map is probably going to pertain on possibly getting the Victis crew to escape or whatever. But yeah, the main focus of the map is probably going to be trying to escape Alcatraz to go back to Zetsubo, or possibly, alternatively, the Easter egg could be, changing the course of history. So instead of going back to Zetsubo, we might do something different to potentially break the cycle, or something else. We'll just have to wait and see. But maybe the Victor's crew could be playable on this map too during the Easter egg or something like that. But it goes on to say, Blood of the Dead. In this remake, the map is noticeably larger than the original Mob of the Dead, featuring both new and old sections. Spawn in the cryostasis lab. So this is going to be the secret laboratory that was obviously built by Rick Toffin with the help of Stanley Ferguson and the Illuminati, which is where the Victor's crew were placed on ice to speak after their blood samples were, acquired by the Rick Toffin. That is not the Rick Toffin that is in between Zetsubo Nishima and Grodd Krovia. I know it's very confusing since there's so many Rick Toffins involved in this situation, but obviously that's what happens when you have time travel involved and multi-universes. But anyways, the map is going to now start in this cryostasis lab. So instead of starting within the original Mob of the Dead spawn room, this is going to be an entirely new room. Now, opening the first door reveals that you are on a side of the prison that was not included in the original. So there's going to be the old side of Alcatraz, there's going to be an entirely new side. That's where we now spawn in within Blood of the Dead. It then says there is a path from the cryostasis lab over to the docks. So yeah, that is all very interesting information. I'm wondering how this is all going to play a part in terms of its storyline, because I don't know how this is all going to make sense, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now, it then goes on to give some information regarding 9, but it's only very brief. It says, the crowd in the stadium fluctuates in response to the in-game actions of the players. So, if you guys are unaware, as we are obviously going to be playing within this Coliseum, but this is not going to be the entirety of the map. There's going to be underground sections and stuff like that. It's going to be a very big map, but whilst we're actually in the Coliseum, whilst we're fighting the different zombie types, the boss zombies, or whatever it may be, when we do certain things, the crowd will react, so they'll probably cheer us on if we're doing good, or if we're getting hurt, they'll probably start booing. We're not really too sure, but they'll probably do something like that. But yeah, the crowd will actually respond to our players, which is something we've never seen in zombies before, or any game for that matter, so it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. But anyways, without further ado, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Black Ops 4 Zombies news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.